We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. highlighted the government's commitment in improving public transportation as he led the groundbreaking ceremony for two of the stations of the Metro Manila Subway Project, or the MMSP. More on this from Marita Moahe.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. graced today the groundbreaking ceremony for the Metro Manila Subway Project in Pasig City. Joining him were Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista, Japanese Ambassador to Manila Kazuhiko Koshikawa, and representatives of the Japan International Cooperation Agency. The President participated in the lowering of time capsule and the sake barrel ceremony at the Metro Walk Commercial Complex. This ceremony highlights the groundbreaking of Contract Package 104 or the Ortigas and Show Boulevard Subway Station. The package is part of the 33-kilometer Metro Manila Subway Project, the country's first underground railway system that runs from Valenzuela City to Bicutan with 17 stations. In a speech, Marcos said that Phase 1 will reduce travel time between Quezon City and the Ninoy Aquino International Airport from 1 hour and 30 minutes to 35 minutes, and from Valenzuela to Bicutan to just 45 minutes. He said the subway will ease the burdens of commuters and open opportunities for economic activity. The President said that the project is expected to benefit about 150,000 passengers a day by the year 2028.
Let the breaking ground of this subway system signal our intention to the world to pursue even grander dreams and more ambitious endeavors that will bring comfort and progress to our people all over the country. Be assured that this administration will take the lead in identifying, pursuing, and implementing projects as part of the Build Better, More Infrastructure agenda that we have laid out. With this serving as our guide moving forward, that our shared aspirations for a better, brighter, and more prosperous Philippines enkindle in all of us Filipinos a renewed zeal and purpose to work for the advancement of our countrymen.
For the Pna Newsroom, I am Marita Moahe.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. reaffirmed his commitment with Singapore as he met with state leaders and other dignitaries during his second state visit to the country. Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles said that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s return to Singapore was productive as he strengthened efforts to draw in more investors into the Philippines. Singaporean Minister for Manpower Tan See Leng said that he met President Marcos on the sidelines of the F1 Grand Prix, along with heads of states, ministers, and foreign dignitaries from Cambodia, Palau, and Saudi Arabia. He said they reaffirmed their bilateral economic relations and strengthened collaborations in energy cooperation, as well as exchanged views on manpower policies. The much-hyped Singapore Grand Prix, held from September 30 to October 2nd, marked the return of the world's first night race after 2 years amid the COVID-19 pandemic. On September 6 to 7, President Marcos met with President Halima and Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong in a state visit to Singapore. Marcos brought home $6.54 billion in investment pledges that is expected to generate jobs for 15,000 people. President Bongbong Marcos on Sunday reaffirmed his commitment to strive for peace and development in Mindanao. The president made this commitment as he reshared episode 2 of the Bagong Pilipinas series, featuring the administration's efforts to ensure peace and order, particularly in Mindanao. In a Facebook post, Marcos said it is an honor to participate in the establishment of lasting peace in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. He expressed the administration's commitment to enable a new society where everyone is safe and connected towards prosperity. The Office of the President said Marcos remains steadfast in pursuit of peace and development for the region, for the country, and for all Filipinos. In episode 2 of Bagong Pilipinas, Marcos guaranteed that the Bangsamoro peace process would remain a top priority of his administration. Almost 50,000 alien visas of Chinese nationals who work at the unlicensed Philippine offshore gaming operators or POGOs will be canceled. The Justice Department said this is a better option for them to leave the country instead of deportation. The DOJ said these Chinese nationals will be given 59 days to exit the country and will eventually be deported if they insist on staying. Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno earlier said the country should do away with POGOs due to its social and reputational risks. The Philippine National Police also reported an increase in the number of kidnapping cases from January to September compared to cases filed last year. Most of the cases are related to POGO operations. Several lawmakers are also calling for a review on the government's policy and regulations about POGO. In other news, U.S. President Joe Biden thanked the Filipino-American community for its contributions to the United States in celebration of Filipino-American History Month this October. On Sunday, Biden said he and the First Lady Jill are proud to recognize and celebrate the rich heritage of Filipino-Americans across the U.S. He recalled the contributions of Filipino-Americans in World War II and the improvement of U.S. farm labor conditions. Biden also acknowledged the service and sacrifices of Filipino-American frontliners in the COVID-19 pandemic and called them an essential part of the country's strength and diversity. In 2009, the U.S. Congress declared October as Filipino-American History Month. This year's celebration will focus on the history and legacies of the Filipino-American community. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head onto the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.